Hello and welcome. Let me get back to the start here. What do I want to get to, which is here. And welcome, I'm Raziel. And today it is Heresy Thursday. I need to apologise from the start, and I think I do, because this is less a video about the model itself. It's more about it's a video about how little Games Workshop actually cares about Legions Imperialis. And this article, I think, shows you exactly what Games Workshop thinks about Legions. And it's not very good. It's not a high opinion. I think they are trying to kill it off. I might be wrong. I mean, they even kind of address those leaks that happened here. Right here, there's still plenty to come from Warhammer the Horus Heresy and Warhammer. Notice they've dropped the Heresy bit there. Just interesting. But they've dropped the Horus Heresy bit. Okay. It was Horus Heresy with Legions Imperialis. Let's just check something here. Warhammer, the Horus Heresy, Legions Imperialis. I'll get into that article in a minute. Okay. It's an underwhelming article. It doesn't make me want to buy it at all. It's just, I mean, the models look good, don't get me wrong, but the article itself is pretty bad. It shows so little respect for Legions Imperialis. They stopped the article to talk about Mortal Realms. You know, the new Age of Sigmar stuff coming. They literally stopped this article to go about this. This paragraph here should come before that one. But it doesn't. You know? They should have said, with 8 of them into a box, there's still plenty to come from Warhammer the Horus Heresy and Warhammer Legions Imperialis, both which are still fully planned and supported. This is obviously addressing the leaks that came out, and more releases scheduled in the second half of this year. As always, stay tuned for Warhammer community to hear about them first. And finally, this will be the last installment of Heresy Thursday for a few months, while we turn our focus to the Mortal Realms. Our regular Thursday feature will return later in the summer. No, but instead they decided to stop this article about the Horus Heresy and Legions Imperialis to talk about the Mortal Realms. This should have come last. This shows you the lack of care. And if you got this game and you were looking forward to stuff from it, I'm sorry. I really feel for you guys. I do. And the funny thing is, they're stopping this just as War Cradle are about to launch their own same scale game, Armoured Clash, which is meant to be coming out this year, right at that time, which I will be covering because I love War Cradle. They're my favourite one. They're my favourite company. Wild West Exodus is my favourite game. But when you're writing an article about this, and then you suddenly stop it to talk about something else, including, which makes me laugh more than anything, and finally, that should have come last. But they didn't. And what really shows, there's so much that shows in this article alone how little they care. But when you compare it to the last two Heresy Thursdays that included Legions Imperialis, it's even clearer. Here we go. The Baneblade and Shadowblade tanks. They mention these tanks in all 6 times during this. In this, I think they mention it 3 times. I might be wrong. 6 times they mention this tank. They have the Plague, they have the close-up. You know, really showing off what it can do and what it looks like. So you have a nice clear picture. That's fantastic. I mean, I rag on the paint job because it's not a very good paint job, you know, for Games Workshop. But, you know, it's got a nice clear picture of it. It talks about the tank non-stop. There is not one bit, except the outro bit. The last little bit is the only time. Well, even then it mentions the tanks. And in the drill, you have 2 paragraphs after the drill, still continuing on that. It literally mentions it in the last paragraph. Every paragraph includes these tanks in some way. Every paragraph. Oh, actually, no, sorry. The first paragraph doesn't. This one... Okay, first paragraph doesn't. There's another paragraph that doesn't. 4 paragraphs in this out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 paragraphs out of this entire article do not include any notice of the drills, of the assault drills, okay? Of the termites. 4 out of 7 paragraphs do not talk about this. Obviously, I'm not including the asterisks here, okay? Because even if I did, even the asterisk here is talking about the tanks. So even then, it's half at best on a termite drill. Half the paragraphs talk about the termite drill. And I'm saying talk about them. Doesn't talk about them. Okay? That just talks about the underground, you know, a part of the game. That's not talking about the drill. That's talking about part of the game. 4 out of best 8 paragraphs if I include the asterisk. 4 out of 7 if I don't. Every single paragraph in this article about the Shadow Baneblade variants, except the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 out of 6 talk about it. 6 out of 7, if I include the asterisks, talk about the tank. Let's talk about the Arvis. This is the other one. And once again, if we go here, you've got a nice big close-up of the model, so you can see what it really looks like. It's great. I don't like the Arvis as much, you know, either. Let's have a look. 1, 2. Let's have a look. 3. Let's have a look. This isn't big enough to hold the entire tertios. 4. Every article talks about the Arvis lighter. Half this article doesn't talk about the termite. Games Workshop doesn't care about Legions, and it's a shame because I know people look forward to this game. I know people enjoy this game. Okay? But when they make an article about the game that you love and enjoy, and half of the article isn't even about it, at best, it's half. At worst, it's less than half. It's 3 out of 7 paragraphs. It's so little is about this. There are more words there's more dedicated to anything else than these drills. I mean, I think, yeah, the second biggest, that's the longest paragraph, that one. There's the second longest. So there's more words dedicated, there's more on this article not talking about the drill. Over half this article is not about the drill. This entire article is about the tanks. This whole article is about the Arvis lighters. Less than half this article is about the drill. If you're telling me Games Workshop cares about Legions, I can't believe you. I can't. It doesn't seem that way. Either they don't care about Legions or they don't care about this model. It's one of those two. And it's a shame. This is a bad article. And I wish it was better. I really do. Because I've just shown you the last 2 which are better. Games Workshop can do it. It's just like, we just don't seem to care anymore. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I don't want to rant anymore. It gives me a sore throat and a headache. And I'm hungry. So there you go. Heresy Thursday. Termite drills. If you want them, get them. Games Workshop doesn't care. I don't think you should either. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you all again in the next one. And thank you. And I'll see you then. Links to Whaling Games down below if you wish to save up to 20% on your Warhammer and free delivery after £20. There is also What's it? Forbidden Planet comics, DVDs, manga, toys, plushies, t-shirts. I think they do now as well. There as well. And there's my merchandise and comics. If you want to personally support me, get one of his last two. And don't forget to have a look at my friend's shop, Skyforge. He's a good guy. But it's the only one I don't get any money for, and I think he's a great guy, and I think he deserves a bit more love. And so really help his business out. If you like Pokemon cards, that's the place to go. I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye bye.